Mr. Aubert, why is it important to collaborate for change in domain of education in Haiti? In Haiti?
Why is it important? The problem of IT for many years it has been a key difficulty for development because the high level of illiteracy of the population. So you have to work on this fundamental basis for development, which is education. But at the same time, the system, despite the effort of the national authorities in IT as well as the international support, donors, has been very resistant to progress and reforms. So thinking about the way to implement change in such a system is quite important because it's the key to the future development of the country.
What is WISE IT Task Force?
The WISE IT Task Force was created 2 years ago, in fact at the WISE 2010, as a result of the session, kind of discussion we had at this summit in the wake of the big earthquake of January 2010. And WISE thought, well, okay, it's sufficiently important, we should help rebuild the education system, in fact, which was very much badly affected by the earthquake, but which was already with a lot of trouble before. So the WISE IT Task Force has been built, made up of a few international experts in education, as well as key personalities from IT, which were in fact joining together. And so it's been working for 2 years.
Yes. Seven innovative educational projects were selected in 2012. Why are these projects innovative? What do they bring to Haiti?
First, before the selection of this 7 project, there's been a first phase which was implemented during the year 2011, which started with the idea that we need to build on success stories. There is no need to list all the problems and the difficulty of IT. Let's take and think out of the box, and the approach of the task force was to identify, in fact, 20 projects, 20 initiatives, which have been going on there for years, not much before the earthquake, which were in fact working success stories in the IT context, not so frequent. And then we identified 20 initiatives like that in the different parts of the education systems, basic education, early childhood, higher education, vocational, and so on. And we say, okay, let's focus on that, because if we show that and discuss with the population and the activists in education, including the government, then we are going to build up self-confidence and trust. And this is what happened. We had a seminar in September 2011 in Port-au-Prince, and out of that, we reported here in 2011 summit WISE, December last year, and they say, okay, let's continue, but we thought it would be good to consolidate a number of such initiatives and stimulate them in doing further, developing their competence, reaching out to foreign counterparts, and 7 were selected for a special support. So we have consolidated the network of this. That's the reason.
What do you do with this project?
Now we expect, after having consolidated the group of activists and networks and facilitated the kind of building a nucleus for change agents, we expect now in a further step to reach out towards the public school. Why the public school? Because they are in great needs of resource and support. And secondly, it's the basis, I would say, of the legitimacy of the government to develop education.
I wanted to ask you a question about the public school. So you know that in Haiti, public education is for the poorest student. What policy does the IT task force have to drive this social mobility?
For the poor students, that's true. It's important to take care of the poor. First for IT and for question of equity, because when you are rich, it's easier to get a good education. But again, it's the legitimacy of the government to act in the field of the public school and for the poor. But it has also some implication, possibly on a global scale. You have heard this new initiative launched by the Sheikh Moza for those marginalized people.
Yeah.
And possibly in the case of Haiti, we can provide, I would say, a good experiment, a good example of what is possible to do precisely, which could be of use for the Sheikh Moza global initiatives. Because if we are able to solve the problem of Haiti, it's in fact a more complex problem than just putting marginalized people who are all gathered in a refugee camp, where you can in fact have a great impact with some crash program supported by the international community. Here in Haiti, you have a much more fragmented society, which is, I would say, with a lot of viscosity, and it's not so easy to gather and to have a real leverage effect on a large-scale population.
Mr. Aubert, tell us about your perspective for Haiti in the future.
For Haiti in the future, it's a long-term process in which you have to build through success stories, whatever the field are, education, but it could be in agriculture, it could be in urban development. And if you rebuild the self-confidence of the population, through this, then gradually you will be able to have a better governance and more dynamism into the society. That would be the future. It will take decades, but it's possible.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Aubert.
Thank you very much.